Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Today it's Tuesday, the 15th of August, but it's also Ferragosto, an important day. And if you're celebrating, please enjoy with your family, with your friends. The 15th of August is in Italy, in Belgium, in France, and in a lot of countries in the world, a bank holiday, a day off. Forget about it. In Italy, you don't work. Nobody is working. Everything is blocked. And usually, it's not a problem for Juventus Football Club because on 15th of August, they all go to the beach, to the mall, whatever they want to. They just rest because the Mercato is about to be closed. It is nearly done. Everything has been discussed. The players already arrived. They have been already presented. And from the 16th of August on, you have 2 weeks to finalize your team, to looking for the bench player that can help you during the season. But I told you, it is an unusual 15th of August for Juve because the supporters, the tifosi of Juventus, they are asking themselves, yes, okay, Beppe, but will the Mercato ever start for 23-24 of Juventus? What will happen? Will players arrive? Because at the moment, looks like Juventus didn't even start. Well, we recap 2 players joined Juve. Timo Weah already played some games, a beautiful, great replacement for Juan Cuadrado, and then Facundo Gonzalez that looks like he will not be in the first team. Probably be loaned out, or if not, he can remain with the next-gen team where he played quite good, 45 minutes in that win 7-2 against Bro Vercelli. Now, I will explain you why we are late. I will explain you about the possible names because we are still looking for opportunities. Max Allegri said that the team and the Mercato is closed, that everything is already done. He's not expecting any new name, but that the club, Giovanni Manna, Tognozzi, Cristiano Giuntoli, they are still monitoring the Mercato for opportunities. So, are there opportunities that can join Juve? Well, possibly yes. Lukaku, Berardi, a possible midfield, but also pay attention to the opportunities in exit. So remain on the channel with a maximum of like if you want to. Yes, also today on Ferragosto. Continue to subscribe to the channel because we start now. Ragazzi, before speaking about Chiesa, before speaking about everything I wanted to tell you, also why we are late, consciously late on the Mercato, please look at what I will show you now because I'm speaking about Serie A Fantasy League. Yes, I decided yesterday again to activate it because I really am thrilled. The Serie A will start this week. We start on Saturday with a lot of games. Juventus will play on Sunday. And there is something that excites me more than everything is making my own Serie A team with maximum 2 players per team. So it's quite difficult. Here I'm showing you a random team. Ragazzi, if you want to participate, if you want to play, and if you want to compete, because I am a competitive guy, I really want to win. When I'm doing something, I always want to win. Please subscribe. The link is into the description. SerieAFantasy.com. You can't play on an app now, but you can play with your phone, going with a browser, whatever browser you want, to SerieAFantasy.com, and then you create your team. Once you created your team, it's easy because you type in that login code and you enter the membership. It's totally for free, of course. At the moment, we are with 70 members. I'm expecting way more so that we can discuss. And the beautiful surprise is that tomorrow, here on the channel on YouTube, I will have a guest and we will speak about how to create your own team. And tell me in the comments which player I have to add. 2 players of Juventus. Let me know which one I have to go for. My idea at the moment is maybe Timothy Weah, but I'm not sure. So let me know in the comments so that we can do it. And tomorrow, if you want to create your team as well, be here at 6 p.m. Italian time. Now that we spoke about that, ragazzi, we go towards, of course, the Mercato of Juventus. What is happening? Why are we late? Why looks like nothing is moving? Because I repeat you that Giuntoli arrived on the 7th of July. Super late. When every team on the world already made the Mercato strategies in January, February, we already started working. It's not that we did nothing, but we had to wait to understand if Giuntoli could arrive. And he arrived because of Napoli super late on the 7th of July, where he came in, needed to understand with who he had to work with, understanding the strategy that were already there, and then starting to change. The first strategy to be fast, because we had to recuperate time, was to cash in with a big sale of a player, like, for example, Dusan Vlahovic. That swap, Vlahovic-Lukaku, could have immediately brought in a lot of money, and then we could start thinking about the rest of what we had to do. Lukaku, Vlahovic, cashing in, briefing, and then thinking. Well, it didn't happen. Fortunately for a lot of tifosi, because they didn't want to see Lukaku at Juve, they didn't want to see Vlahovic at Chelsea, Unfortunately, if we are speaking about finances, because from that moment on, we had to look for an alternative. And we were already at the end of July. The alternative was, of course, to start selling. Selling to shrink that team and selling and cashing in. If we were not able to cash in a lot of money with Dusan Vlahovic, making a lot of profit, well, we had to actually change the request price for a lot of players, like for example Zakaria, and so on, trying to maximize these cash in and then checking where we were towards Ferragosto. At the moment, we know that we made sure that a lot of players left the team, official or not, like Zakaria, like Rovella, like Pellegrini. We are still talking with Bonucci, even if he's already out of the project, out of the team. We are continuing to pay him. Some offers arrived from Lazio, not really concrete, but especially one from Union Berlin. So we are continuing to work on that. And then waiting for some opportunities from the moment that we understood where we were. I already told you, I believe 2 days ago, that 117 million were already saved from the 140 target that we had. 140 to be like, okay, from now on we can really think about entry Mercato. So we are not there yet, but we are looking now for opportunities. The team in a 3-5-2 we can already play because we have 2 players per role, and that's okay. We have even more, thinking about Sule, Pogba, Kenan Yildiz, that are over the other players that have already 2 players per role. Looking about opportunities, what is the first one? Well, the first one, of course, is the one of Lukaku. Lukaku, that at the moment, to give you an update, is frozen because Chelsea didn't increase the offer for Dusan Vlahovic swap. Juventus didn't decrease their request for Dusan Vlahovic. So at the moment we are resisting. Does that mean that Lukaku is over? No, because he has an agreement with Juve. He still wants to go to Juve. Until the 31st of August, he will still dream and hope and pray to join Juventus, regardless of Dusan Vlahovic. So pay attention for the people that are thinking it's over for Lukaku. It is not over because he's still believing in it. So the number 9 of Chelsea, or the ex-number 9 of Chelsea, can still become a Juve player. To be sure that we are continuing to work on the exit Mercato, well, Salernitana is pushing, they are asking whatever player to Juve, Miretti, even a Kenan Yildiz, and so on. Looks like they found an agreement on loan for Facundo Gonzalez and Mattia Sule. Sule that is really looking for playing time. You know it, he's trying to be available for that 3-5-2, but absolutely not his favorite role. So he's looking for playing time, and Salernitana can be a dry loan, a real beautiful possibility for the Argentinian player with the number 30 of Juve. What are the other opportunities? Well, I repeat you, we already spoke about it yesterday. Berardi, because Berardi has not anymore a value of 40 million euro. It's a player that has a value set by Sassuolo of 25, but looks like the newness is that Juventus found an agreement with the player. 3 million euro salary per year. 40 million euro is not the price that we want to give to Sassuolo. 25 is not the price that we want to give to him. A 4-year of contract for the Italian player, but only if Juventus can insert players to decrease that request of Sassuolo. Which are the players that Juventus were thinking about? First, Sule, but Sassuolo was not 100% convinced about. And then Ealing Jr. At the moment, don't be scared, because Sassuolo, they continue to say, no, we don't want players included in that deal. Instead, we really want cash. And Juventus at the moment, they don't want to pay it. They said no. Can we go towards a formula a la Locatelli? We take the player for free on a loan and we pay him later? Well, that's a possibility that we can't put away. Yesterday I told you about how Berardi could change Juventus from a 3-5-2 towards a 3-4-2. 3-4-3, sorry. That's a possibility that can be taken into consideration. Who are the people behind Berardi? Well, it's of course Allegri that always had an eye on him, but also Giuntoli and especially the ex-captain of Sassuolo. We are speaking about Magnanelli. Magnanelli, a big sponsor of Berardi. If he's working today on the pressing of Juventus, recuperating the ball and playing vertical, well, he says that Berardi could be a fantastic addition to Juve. Again, I repeat, I hope that this will not happen. I hope that we can keep Ealing Jr. But of course, if you are thinking logically, at the moment we have so many players on the left, Cambiaso, Ealing Jr., Kostic at the moment, where Berardi is there to reinforce your right side, where at the moment we have only Weah with the possible alternative Cambiaso adapting as a right foot player. So pay attention to that. What other news can we speak about? At the midfield, of course, because at the moment Juventus is still looking for a midfielder. In case a Berardi would not go through, because if you play with Berardi, you think about a 3-4-3 and two midfielders are enough waiting for Paul Pogba. Well, if this collapses, we can still looking for an extra midfielder in that 3-5-2. Who are the names? We know it. The expensive Thuram, not the bad one, but the good one. Kefren Thuram to Juventus, the dream of a lot of Juventini, or the B plan that is, according to some papers, the A plan. We are speaking about Diarra. Diarra, young player. Habib, 19 years old for Strasbourg, that really wants to leave and as soon as possible. I believe I told everything I wanted to say in terms of players coming in, players coming out. A beautiful recap, I think, about that 15th of August. If you are free, if you have nothing to do, of course, link into the description. Subscribe to SerieAFantasy.com and join the GJustjuve Fantasy League. Grazie, forza, Juve.